quick stock of inventory, sold off your equipment. Made some money. And then you guys were generally planning on what we were doing next.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's knock that out then.
So I think the plan is wait just long enough to craft a few items and see what other items we can just find in town, and then go down into the depths of the moon tower. That was what I remember.
I also have memory of us wanting to do something with the main tower, some sort of investigation. Eventually.
From my memory, I was crafting and we were splitting the party.
Well, that was what happened in the party, or that happened last time. Yes, and we got some information about where Un is. That's his name?
Us.
Us. Right.
USS.
Yeah.
Constitution?
Enterprise.
Ooh.
All right.
Voyager.
So, is the plan still to wait to finish crafting, or do we want to just like?
Well, how long is it going to take Michael to craft?
It's going to be 3 days for my cloak.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have only done 1 day. So
we've done 1 day.
And we are on a time limit.
Well, we don't know how long it actually is.
I mean, cross benefits analysis. You just throw lard at the alchemist and be all good.
I don't know about that one. Either way,
Or we speedrun the BBEG and just kill the alchemist.
Are we sure alchemist is BBEG?
He will be in this arc. If we make it
True.
Just
although we didn't fight Red Baboon.
Well,
we did.
Well, he was hoping we don't fight alchemists.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's not cross that bridge just yet.
The Red Baboon just descends.
Right, were we gonna freaking what was it? Try and go back to the Tower of the Stars to look for some more info on something? I feel like Cass and Momo were going around there, seeing what information they could gather. Oh, right. Yeah, I was gonna try and figure out what on earth the society was before they fucking teleported to the first world. Or that's the running theory anyway. And like to maybe have some better context as to the nature of the disaster.
I mean, yeah, if you want to do some light poking around, you could probably gather that in a day.
I can try and do that. And eventually I want to stop by, what's his face? Freaking the Goblin to try and,
common supplies.
Yeah, so well, namely, just in case he has...
I just realized that there's another joke there.
I did not.
Comment and subscribe.
Just because we're on YouTube.
Right? No, it was just one of those things. I was like, man, I said that real fast and it sounded like something else. Oh, no.
Oh, lordy.
I'm glad you like that joke.
Moving on. All right, so you're gonna go hang out with Randall.
Yeah, just make a quick pit stop. I want to see if he actually. Does anyone else have any items that they would like to have theoretically?
I did not do my homework, so no.
I mean, just skimming through the wondrous items list to see if anything in my budget sounds good, but not so far, nothing.
I cheated off the lizard's homework, so no.
I mean, I'm gonna try and get my hands on a belt of giant strength. +4. Failing that.
I mean, that's easy.
I mean, yeah, you can do it, but also we're on a time limit, so just in case he has it, we can cut out the middleman.
Alrighty. So what are you doing first? Are you going to Comet and Supplies first, or are you going to Star Tower? Or gathering information specifically?
The gathering information will take longer than the just checking to see the magic items. So I'll do magic items first.
Cool beans. Michael, I know what you're probably going to do. You're just going to sit in a room and craft, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go ahead and let me do a reading check for my book.
Oh yeah.
I didn't do that for yesterday either.
I'll give you 2. What book are you reading?
It's the book that I was reading earlier, Rage of the Elements.
Oh, I'm gonna have to double check what that is.
Need to start reading my book, but I don't know how much progress I'll make. I'm not particularly good at linguistics.
When we have time.
Oof. For 1. I don't remember how big Rage of the Elements is.
It's up to 250.
250? Gotcha.
If you're talking about the complexity of the book.
Yes, yeah, the finishing of the book, yes.
I have them all written down on next to the things.
Appreciate it. Cool beans. Chris, what are you doing?
Probably what I've been doing, just kind of vibing, maybe asking around towns like, hey, have you guys seen one of these 2 other lizard people?
You get the distinct feeling that you're probably not going to make progress with that.
Just kind of vibe at the bar then. See if them
Fair
or
enough.
Joe rolls in.
True. Suzanne, Cass, what are you 2 doing?
We're pretty much just waiting for Arcdu's crafting for now, right? Just kind of filling in time for that.
Yep. He's crafting an item.
Well, in that case, now I remember I have a book. I guess I'll start reading it.
Okay. That will be a linguistics check, buddy. I don't remember what book you have.
Give me a moment to go back to my inventory and I can tell you. The Hunter's Secret.
Is there a number beside that by any chance?
Is there a number beside that by any chance? Nope. I just remember getting it in the monkey area.
Time to make one up.
Oh, it's... I know what classification it is, so I just gotta go range for it.
If I went with Rugnir to the magic shop, would that disqualify me from reading?
No, you can still read.
Okay. Then I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that and then that.
I'm
Okay.
doing another little thing after this, so I'm not gonna get to read.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Uh,
Books are for nerds anyway.
Put down 150 next to it.
And is he able to take the full linguistics even though it's untrained, or?
Maximum of 10.
Everybody's reading is
But-
so cute.
Oh,
But,
you want to get over here and help me?
We're over here looking
well, you
around
see-
while reading at a third grade level.
You see, I would, but I would have to take a -8 on my 34. To be honest, you should have told me before I started reading.
Crafting?
Reading.
No, reading. I don't make the crafting check until after the item is, well, getting ready to be finished.
Ah.
Yeah. Following that, all right. So you two head into Randall's shop. My favorite customer. How can Randall help you today?
Right. Yeah. Just perusing mostly. You wouldn't happen to have a belt of giant strength, would you?
Yeah. No, probably. How much is that?
I believe that is.
Something Michael
What
made
hap-
for me at one point.
Oh, you have one already. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting a +4. So, where the hell are the belts? Frickin'.
Belt of giant strength +4 is 16,000.
Yeah. So 16,000.
Yeah, he
Plus
could have
2
one.
is 4,000, I think.
Yeah.
Or 8. I don't remember.
Yeah,
It's 4,000.
It's
Okay.
4,000.
Thank you.
He has one.
Do I know what? How much did you say it was?
16 for a +4.
16,000.
Yes.
I'm asking Randall.
Oh, it's. Oh. Well then.
Because I'm.
Roll an appraisal.
16. He's a good, honest merchant.
I was asking just in case somehow we got it the which one mixed up. So yeah,
Nah.
I'll take it for 16.
Cool.
All right. +4 strength, baby.
I was wondering if you have a medallion of thoughts. And for the sake of the GM, I just sent you the page.
I will ask him.
Appreciate it.
Then unless you're coming with.
I'm with you. That's what I said.
forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna part ways afterwards because you apparently have something else to do, and I want to go back and read.
I want more lore.
Lore. Yeah,
If
yeah.
you want more lore, you got to come with me.
It can't be bad. That was good.
He does not have one.
Okay, cool. That was the only thing that really piqued my interest as possible. So, gonna like, oh, I should actually not joke. I should probably actually write this down for Ark. This'll be on my to request list from Ark because I have this weird feeling he has that spell.
other.
All right, Harry, what are you doing now?
Putting in the magic item, and then I will head over to the Star Tower. That's the one.
That's where they keep the repository.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to do a little bit of historical research.
Cool bean. Affirmative. Let's see here. Shidro, roll me a d100.
Let's see.
So it's just vibing, and then you say Shidro, and she perks up like a cat.
Yep. Reading. Perfect. Fine. All right. Suzanne, go ahead and give me your. Lars, sorry. Go ahead and give me your linguistics for your reading.
I know. I have it trained, so I can get higher than a 10, and I just knew I wouldn't hit a 10.
I don't even know
I'm
what you're
afraid
reading.
linguistics
So
because we were starting to read
I'm
books.
reading the How to Break Fey contracts.
all right.
That one might be
Mostly
pretty-
because it's shorter.
How long is that one?
365.
That's right.
That's about how many days it's going to take for you to finish it.
Shut up.
That was rude.
Maybe you can help me with it tomorrow. You just see Lars struggling with a book, like squinting her eyes because she's grown up in the dark and isn't really used to reading books in the light.
All right,
If I
so
were to go invest in a dictionary, would it give me a bonus to reading?
You got to read the dictionary first.
I was imagining more like when you're trying to translate something and you come across a word you don't know and you go, okay. Aha, okay. Like,
Indeed.
go back and forth.
Well, then
Okay.
for that, you'd have to have the intelligence to know the machinations of a dictionary.
Excuse you? I'm 14 intelligence.
Oh, okay. So you're okay.
Not a wizard, but I'm smart.
Indeed. All right. Roll me either a history or knowledge local, knowledge history. Pretty sure that's one of the knowledges, right?
Yes. Who are you
Thank
talking to? Cass?
Harry.
Or Harry.
Knowledge
Yeah, I knew
local,
he wasn't
knowledge
listening.
history are diplomacy.
Oh, baby. Gee, I wonder. Let's go.
Take your hero
All right.
point.
So what is your specific question? Also, don't forget your hero point.
Oh, right, you do get one for this. Okay. My question was, well, basically just asking for information on the society that lived here before the rapture.
Cool. So
That's what this is.
you start poking around, and you start asking like one of the clerks there, like, "Hey, that question," and then this white robed, like slightly not like closed robed. It's a loose open like cloak robe.
White mage robe, got it.
Right. With a blue like shirt and a brown little belt. A tunic with a brown belt. Frizzled, curled red hair just kind of jetting out. Think of a troll doll. Eensy beensy little bulbous eyes, round ears, and then just like a huge nose on this gnome who just goes, "Huh, what's happening?" As he comes up, I can tell you everything, and he just kind of pushes you into the corner with his staff, and forces you to sit, and then he like starts pulling like mage hand grabbing stuff and like pulling it over to him
For the
and
record,
opening up
That
books.
really doesn't have the strength to push me, but I'm going along anyway.
Oh yeah, if you resist,
Kid
he
pushes their
immediately stops.
parent. Like they're not actually gonna move you, but you go along with it just to make him
He's
happy.
just like, go.
That, and also he is the person I was looking for.
Yeah. So before 2 years ago, Jaha was the Jahalan Empire, which is this whole area. Incredibly powerful spellcaster, the second strongest spellcaster nation in the Milwaukee. Only beat out by the Nantambu.
Right, we were there.
Yeah. They're the only ones that beat out Jaha. Jaha, fairly secluded, and very intense class system. Not super good to normal citizens. Regular punishments were having your soul stripped and put into the stonework.
Oh, that explains a lot. Because, yeah, like, we figured there was some soul magic at play with the frickin' stonework when someone tried to dispel it.
Yeah.
Did we? No. Okay. Yeah,
Turns out,
totally.
Turns out souls don't like being dispelled.
Yeah, it's not fun.
No. So, the Jahalan Empire used a particular class of magic, constellation magic. They pull upon the very essence of the galaxy itself to cast spells. Grand Works would they use these towers and the central tower, and on top you had seen these giant, like, basically observatories on these, with like multiple like jetting out like points, and those were to align with certain constellations so that they could cast citywide spells.
Then, okay, so we have the how for the current plight of the city. That, well, you can make assumptions here and there.
Yeah, you can make the assumption. Well, that probably has something to do with the current state.
That just begs the why.
Yeah. Simply put, between 8 and 2 years ago, the Jahalan Empire simply stopped communicating. Eventually, the current expedition, or not expedition, what are they called again? Hold on. What is not. Alright, I gotta go to my book.
Start of the session. Eric, we need to have a speed
Yes.
run campaign.
I mean, I'm
Then
the one forcing
perfect.
him to.
But
log
don't
on.
worry.
Coalition. The Jaholics Coalition. The coalition showed up 2 years ago to kind of like see why the city wasn't talking to anybody, and found no one, not a single soul.
So, sometime between the 2 and 8 years, the rapture happened, and all of the layman's souls got put in the ground, and everyone else got teleported to what we can only assume is the first world?
Maybe
I think that the souls in the ground were already in the ground.
that is a correction he gives you. The stonework could not have been changed after the fact. So the stonework is not
That
was
had nothing
from
to do
before.
with the current.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That was how it was
the
before the
city.
rapture.
Yeah, the city was already that way and very eerie with the starch white blocks.
Does that have anything to do with the overwhelming fog and the nightmares, or is that, like, more recent?
Unknown. It could be
Was the I'm not there, never mind.
poor maintenance on the city, or basically because everyone was gone, the city wasn't being properly maintained. The souls could have done something like caused this fog through just immass hatred.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
Sadly.
it's like that's just a guess.
Yeah, sadly, that doesn't get us any closer to figuring out what the impetus was. Though there are some guesses. Based on... I mean, I know nothing about magic, let alone constellation magic, but perhaps they discovered something that put them on their current course.
Something else that this guy mentions is one of the worst classes to be was a lizard folk. Because
Treated as slaves?
1000%. But they were also some of the best. The particular lizards around here were very closely tied with the ability to tap into constellation magic.
Really? That's...
those with the blue and like speckled pigments are thought of to be descendants of the double check Shuho. The bright, the heartless.
So I've seen my fair share of lizard folk. Would I have recognized in retrospect any?
Mostly from the city.
Oh, so like in Jaha.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The city proper gone. The ruling, like, not even the ruling, but like the outer like areas that had like pocket like outposts and villages, they were unaffected and eventually formed the coalition to come see what was going on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's okay. And like do we have any like writings and about the constellation magic and their studies before this happened, or like from closer than 8 years ago, I should say?
Like basically what they've gathered from studying, like where everything currently is sitting. What was your specific question?
Like I'm trying to figure out what changed effectively, because I have a good idea of like why the city is the way it is, but not like why it is the way it is now.
Right. Why is it reacting this way? Yeah. That's what they're here to try to figure out.
Well, at least I was brought up to speed.
Yeah. One other thing he mentions to you is, they don't really get Truka attacks here, and he hypothesized it's probably something to do with the fog.
Yeah, something tells me they just kind of stay away because they don't really give a care to deal with that. Unless there's some other reason. But that's just speculation.
The fog causes nightmares. So it's connected to dreams in some state, which, given the nature of the city, makes sense when you consider.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then there was the dreams that specifically, like, everyone in one place. I forget the specifics.
Dreams here have almost a prophecy-like nature to them.
Right.
Typically not good, but there you go.
Well, so we should take it as, well, not gospel, but take 'em
something
serious.
something that is possibly going to happen. The dreams here are, again, nightmarish and typically are only negative, but it does carry a wee bit of like starbound prophecy.
Okay, then the dreams very well could be tied to the nature of the magic of this place. In the sense of, like, the constellation magic of the towers. I think that's about all the information I'm gonna figure out before going into the great deep dark scary place.
The scary place.
And I guess, just in case, I'll ask one last time if there's anything that is known about the area underneath the moon tower.
He kind of just shakes his head. There's in the center of town, there's a crypt that is fairly widespread, but it doesn't go that far.
There's a crypt underneath the main tower?
Yeah, in the center of town, yeah.
And
the main tower can go down into the what is this crypt called again? The High Star Crypt.
Okay, the High Star Crypt. Does the High Star Crypt get the periodic rapturing?
They haven't been able to open the door into it.
Is it just physically locked, mechanically, magically?
He responds with, "We've tried magic, and we've tried lockpicks and brute force. The door just seems to ignore us."
And where specifically is the door?
You go into the center tower, and you go. There's this round staircase that goes straight down and leads you into a small hallway with a stone door with a sad face.
Okay, so you do need to make sure you're quick, one way or another. Goodness. Okay, so that's another thing then. Lovely. So what happened in the moon tower could just like be completely separate to the issue at hand. In theory.
In theory.
Granted, the magic there seems deep. It seems a little bit more chaotic and deadly than that of just going through the tower itself.
This is true. We've had varying small reports of people making it somewhat up the tower and then leaving. But
it was
no
not fun.
reports back from anyone who has gone deep into the crevasse.
Yeah, the nature of the tower makes it possible to leave, but there's only one way in and out of the deep dark hole.
There was one who managed to open the door to the moon tower, and he was able to freely explore the tower, but there was no crevasse where after he opened the door.
Sure. So, so the crevasse is new, like after the moon tower was opened.
So there's a hole next to the main door that people have been going into, and they see the crevasse, and when they try to go up the tower, a magical thing hits them. This guy opened the door instead of going in through the hole, and there was no hole in the floor, and he was able to go up to the top of the tower, and nothing happened to him, and he just left, closed the door behind him.
That sounds like if you're able to get in the correct way, you enter a different version of the tower that isn't all cursed.
Like he didn't say there was nothing in there.
We went in the crack, right? That's the tower we went
into,
and we went in through the crevice.
Yeah, you got there's a huge hole in the side of the thing. You guys just didn't open the door. You guys just walked in there.
Okay. Yeah, we just straight up didn't open the door. We just walked up. Right.
Which is probably what everyone's done who's been in there mostly, except for the one person.
Okay, well that's good information. Did he go to the top to the observatory? Because I assume there's one on the top of the moon.
He went up, but there was no floor up to the observatory. The same as with all these other towers. There's no way up into the observatories.
There's no way up. Even if you tried to, like, go from the outside, like, from the window at the top to the top of the observatory.
Yeah. The observatory isn't really an observatory. It is a round structure with, like, these long metal bits with, constellation symbols. Obelisk.
Sure. Okay. So they're not like
jetting out, and there's about
above
like 6 to 7 on them per thing, and it looks like you can spin them.
to like calibrate them.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
but there's no way into the observatories.
Then okay. Yeah, I think that is enough information for me for now until I find more specific pieces of information to share. And thank you so much, my friend, for the tour through the history of this strange city.
Yeah, of course. I'm one of the oldest living researchers of this city.
Oh.
Researchers in general, like I'm very well versed in historical knowledge.
Wow. I might end up coming back here for more eventually, and maybe we'll be able to give some more information on the goings on if we're lucky. However, I must take my leave.
Okay.
Waves goodbye and go back to where we're staying, to the nerds reading their books.
Nerds reading books. All right. Cass, what are you doing? Cass. Cass is dead.
He's no. Huh?
Still not coming through. Nothing.
Rest in peace, our boy.
No.
did not
I
get
am.
it.
I'm legitimately waiting. Yeah. Oh, there you are.
Oh, there. Why? I don't know why it started working. PT strength.
Okay. Roll whatever you want to roll for that. Gotcha. Chris, what are you doing?
Are we on a new day?
No, we're wrapping up our current one.
More of the same?
She's gonna pick up a book and start reading.
Harry, you make it back.
Sweet. Alright. I've got my cool belt and I've got information. Information that I will share with you all. Namely, that the souls were a thing before this whole mess, before the rapture. That was just a thing that they did.
As common punishment.
Yep. And
Still a loaf of bread, become a brick.
And yeah, I let Shidro know about the thing with the lizard folk, both them being slaves and also them being like some of the best mages in the city because of the constellation magic.
River class.
It's complicated with them. However, constellation magic, I take it you wouldn't know much about that, would you, Zethus? Mike?
Sorry, repeat that.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about constellation magic, would you?
Constellation magic. I wouldn't
know
happen
it's
to know
not-
anything about constellation magic, would I, God?
Your specialty is sin.
I mean, I know what a constellation is, so I'll just be like, it's got something to do with the stars, I guess.
Wow, geez. Points to one of the many towers. Wouldn't have guessed. Yeah, worth a shot. Either way, doesn't explain anything of why the rapture occurred and where they are, so we can only make guesses.
Is there a check I could make to see if I might have heard it in passing?
But constellation?
Yeah, constellation magic.
Arcane. I'll give it to you on an arcane check.
$29.
It's Jesus Christ. Okay. It's how to put it. Much like writing runes, it's like time consuming in that regard. Like typically you want to take your time and write out a rune like properly so that you get the full benefit of it. Constellation magic is in the same vein. It's very ritualistic in like time prep, but the payoffs are typically effects of a greater magnitude than just standard spellcraft.
Yeah, and what kinds of effects? Is it just like divination and stuff?
The strongest of the constellation magic is divination, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, we have the instruments, so the things on top of the towers that are impossible
So you
to get.
relayed the details, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I grew up in a cave, so maybe I'm talking out my butt. But the sky is different every night. And you said the towers are positioned specifically to optimize access to the like constellations, right?
They kind of. They've got mechanisms that allow you to kind of calibrate the different things in certain ways for different constellations. So it
So
is
we wouldn't-
modular.
Okay, so we wouldn't be able to like somebody who's good at it wouldn't be able to like determine what constellations they cared about based off the angles of the towers.
I mean, someone would be able to do that in theory. Probably. I wouldn't know.
Wait, did you what was your role again, Michael?
29.
I'll still give it to you. I'm going to double check something because I want to make sure. Something that you know about Michael is sin magic is very like precise. You have to like be very rigid with runic writings. And there is no divination when it comes to that.
No
Constellation is
unpredictability.
kind of like in the same headspace. However, it's not. It is divination, whereas sin magic is not divination.
Is there not a school of sin magic that does div?
Nope.
No. Oh well.
Abjuration, necromancy, transmutation, enchantment, illusion, conjuration, evocation.
Literally everything except for divination.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's no unpredictability in writing frickin' sigils.
Divination is specifically the one thing that isn't in sin magic, and it is because it is consolation.
Okay. So that doesn't help us in
No, but it was just something I was giving to Michael because he knows all of this, and it makes sense he would then be able to make the observation.
right. I was hoping to get some information that could help us in our upcoming expedition. However, that did not end up panning out.
I don't know. I think that thing about going in the door was pretty useful. If we can figure out how to open the door.
There's that. Right! I forgot! The crypt! There is another place worth investigating in the crypt with the sad face. In that nobody's been able to open it, period, through any means whatsoever. So if we have a way to open that, or can figure something out, then
So is that the one that Okay, am I thinking of two different things? The one we went into.
The Moon Tower, yes.
Is that the crypt?
nope.
No.
There's a crypt in
So
the
that-
center of town.
So the thingy that somebody's gone into was not the crypt.
Correct. The things
Okay,
that
my
you've
bad.
gone into
No.
is
I
the
mean,
Moon Tower,
thing
and then
you
there's a
said the
crack in the
story-
floor.
The story about somebody going into. That was
Yes.
not the crypt.
No, that was the Moon
Okay.
Tower.
That is my bad. I combined those stories in my head.
You're good.
Okay, so I feel like I'm getting I feel like I'm getting mixed up on the logistics of the Moon Tower with the door. Like,
Cool.
so
I'll go through it again. Big stone door. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
About 2 feet from that, there is a 15-foot by 10-foot hole.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're in through the hole, there's a crack in the ground that goes down and like winds. You can't see straight down it, but it winds and twists. Entering through that hole, you immediately start getting a sense of dread.
Right, I remember that part. But
Going up,
yeah,
once you go through the hole, you get trapped into a magical mishap.
okay.
You guys have not gone down into the crack?
Well, we did kind of.
You guys went down like the first ledge and immediately were like, oh, this is awful, and climbed out.
Yup. And yeah. So if we
The
go,
story is, if you
Hmm.
open the stone door, there's not a crack in the ground, and you guys are able to go up through the tower as per normal, without any sense of fear or anything like that.
oh, okay. So that's huge actually, because that means because we already knew there was some kind of like alternate dimensional nonsense going on. Period. So whatever is like the
Sorry.
the second tower, the second illusionary tower that me and me and Michael got stuck in is connected to the same alternate reality as the deep dark crack. All right, hang on, just a second.
The deep dark crack. My autobiography.
Sorry. So. So if there's
Michael,
no
roll me your spellcraft, I believe, and another read from you. No, it's craft. It's craft. Sorry. Give me your craft check and your linguistics check. Sounds good. Pretty sure that passes the DC. There you go.
Oh, I was gonna help Momo, I think. Isn't that what we agreed on?
You can help her if you want to.
I'd appreciate it.
Okay, I'll take the 24.
4.
Okay.
Okay. I get +8, right? That's 23.
Would it be too late for me to do some reading as well?
Go for it. Give me a linguistics check.
Okay, I gotta like check what my books are.
Michael, so you guys had this conversation like through the evening, settle down and get up. You finish up your crafting first thing. So your item is done.
The item was going to take 3 days.
I am now.
Oh, yeah,
He started it 3 days ago and finished it today.
Oh.
Yeah, we're just talking and crafting.
Does anybody need a cloak of resistance +2?
I mean,
Um?
weren't you gonna use it for yourself?
I just
He just
crafted
made
myself a cloak of resistance +5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's got a.
Cass, I think.
Cass, you got a cloak?
I don't believe I do.
Just slap on that. Better than nothing.
+2 to each of the saves.
Oh my god, my saving throws are so good.
Work? I really don't.
Where would that actually go?
Well, if you're talking about getting the plus resistances, it would go in your defenses. But if you're talking about putting it on your character, you would go to equipment. You would create the thing, and then in the equip type, you would hit gear or tool, and then you would say worn. The locate, and you would put the location shoulders.
Shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the original thought of going down to the deep dark hole was that it would lead us to the center of whatever the fuck is going on.
Still might.
Still might, but that likelihood is looking a little bit lower. Granted, it might lead to a clue of how to open the crypt door just by process of elimination.
So what are you guys gonna do?
We could also investigate the crypt door.
We could. That's an option. I'm just like, if we're trying to make good time, Which way do we want to go?
I'm going along with whatever you guys want to do because I want to fucking run, but I'm also super curious as to what's going on. So,
Indeed.
plus, this is the closest hint we have as to access to the Feywilds or First World. Sorry.
We're assuming it's the first world. It very well could be some other alternate, parallel, bizarre world universe.
All I
For
know-
reference, there's like 60 minor planes of existence, so you're all good.
All I know is this is where the trail goes cold for my brother. So,
Well, since we're pretty sure it's either an illusionary trick or alternate universe that the hole goes to, don't know why, don't know how, don't know where, that is our best course of action.
and
Alternate
anything to get me
universe, shake
away
my
from
head.
my pursuer.
Sorry, what did you say, Michael?
I said alternate universe, shake my head. It's
What?
a fucking
Potato fucking
plane.
potato.
I helped you read those books. You didn't learn anything.
It's been a minute, okay? And
Planes of
besides, that
existence.
was book singular.
All right, what are we doing?
I think we're going to the moon hole.
I think that is what Carpet has decided. I don't know if anyone else has input because nobody's saying anything.
Right.
I'm ready to go. I got my handsome and dashing cape.
Yeah.
Okay, but ready to go where?
The moon hole.
Okay. I was making sure. Like, it feels
Chris?
like I'm...
Pedro.
Is that where we stuff a moon pie? In the moon
I-
hole?
Yes.
Pedro
Did
has
I break
waved
your
You know,
her
finger?
I
word
was
twice.
thinking butt jokes galore, but
Yeah. Moon tower, like
moon
moon
hole,
hole. Yeah.
the moon
It's-
hole is
it's-
where I stick my moon tower, etc., etc.
Cass?
I'll be honest, I was kind of along for the ride right now.
Yeah, same.
Damn. Alright, well, we have half an hour, let's rock.
You guys buy all the like supplies that you guys wanted?
Oh yeah,
I-
do we need any restocks on potions?
I don't believe we've used any, so that would concern me if we did.
Okay. Then I'm
Just-
good.
Let me
Just
check,
ask.
actually.
Yeah, I've got a potion of remove fear. And
This
the
is
extra...
gonna go terribly. Who's ready for the end of the campaign, boys?
Oh, okay. The campaign
TPK.
won't end in half an hour.
TPK.
I think I'm going to. Where is it? Owl's Wisdom? Yeah. For today, I'll have prepared some Owl's Wisdom just in preparation for potentially getting fucked over by.
You picked this in. Okay. Oh. I don't know if you've read the URL.
Headband of Ha?
Headband of Ha.
Yeah. I was looking. I think that might be a good item for me.
Yeah.
Especially since the only power it could work with right now is my stance.
Yeah. Do you want to try and get it?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to just, like, run over to the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a diplomacy check. Just no, just give me a straight D20. Looking for a 6 or up.
I mean, I have no modifications on diplomacy, so
Yeah, you're good. There you go. You got it.
yay!
So-
Headband of Havoc.
No. We call it by its real name here. Headband of Ha.
Ha!
Ha. That's the URL. Headband of Ha.
So, all right, into the hole we go.
All right. So, you guys are at the Moon Tower again.
Mm-hmm.
What you guys do?
Try to open the door.
It's locked.
One of us is lockpicking. Or is it
No,
like a visible lock?
No, I was doing it as a joke. If we
We're
want to go
going in the
down, we
hole.
have to go through the crack.
That is true. Well, as far as we know.
I mean, that's what we were told, yes?
That was, but it's like only one person's ever opened the door.
Okay, we had a decision. I did a thing as a joke. I'm sorry. Let's
Okay,
go.
it's fine. We'll go down the hole. It's just like he's scary.
I pressed
This is true.
Carpet's curiosity button.
Alrighty. Everyone roll me a will save if you're going into the tower.
Hold on. Before
Should
that,
we take our?
who's the
Oh.
lowest will saves?
I have +3.
2.
I got 4.
Or,
You guys both have 4?
mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh wait, no, I have +7 actually.
Okay, that makes things simpler. Okay, so I'll cast Owl's Wisdom on Momo, Chris, and Cass.
Wait, is this 8 actually? Since this is a spell-like ability.
It is not a spell-like ability. It is
Okay,
a.
It will last for 7
I have
minutes,
+7.
right? 8 minutes.
No, 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
This is
you
a
get-
supernatural effect.
You get +4 to your wisdom.
Okay, Owl's Wisdom is not an option on buff, so
Okay,
just
so we're
gonna
rolling
have
will
to.
saves. All right, this has an extra +4.
Leave.
Did
the
everybody
DC.
put? No, Cass, you didn't. You need to increase your wisdom by 2, or by 4. So your will save is
So
plus
that's
2.
an 18.
Okay,
Yeah.
should we take our fear potions now or later?
What? It's better to save them because they're very limited in their time.
Gotcha.
Like, let's save it for when we're at.
Harry,
like,
what was your will?
my will save is +3, but I have +2 against mind-altering effects and +2 against fear-based effects.
Okay, cool. Because I forgot I had bonuses, but I'm still technically lower than you. So
Shidro just making it.
All right,
Unless.
so it's 12. for
Wait.
now.
Is this
I went
before or
to
after?
went to ability scores, and under enhancement, I added 4 into wisdom.
Gotcha. So you missed it by 2.
Oh, dang it.
Wait, I failed the willpower check.
You did. The
Yeah.
DC's 14.
Then should we... I guess you can already chug it. Because... Although, actually, it's... At this stage, it's just you have some disadvantages, right? Or, well, minuses to certain abilities.
should
Yeah.
you hero point? You did
Nah,
only roll.
Save it for when it actively impedes our ability to move forward.
Yeah, you are currently just the first level of fear, which I believe is shaken.
Yep. It's when you're afraid is when it actually becomes an issue.
Yeah. Shaken. Not stirred.
And you don't have any bonuses against fear, Shidra?
That's what I'm trying to look for.
'Cause I thought that was something a barbarian has. Unless that's when raging.
It's something we get. I don't know about her, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get the bonus to will saves until the 14th level. And even then, while raging.
Damn.
Do you have a hero point? You could throw a hero point at this. But again, you're only shaken, so it's not the end of the world.
It's just like a -1 to all saving.
It's -2 on attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks. So it makes it harder to save against the subsequent fear checks.
We'll throw a hero point at this.
All right.
Feel like going into the Tower of Fear afraid is a bad start. That's all.
Yeah,
Not afraid
you're
yet.
solid. Yes, kind of. All right. You all shrug off this first wave of terror coming your way.
All right, into the deeper and darker.
All right, so you guys are heading down.
I mean, where else is there to go?
Do we want
up.
like? Do we have any clue of what is down? I don't remember.
No.
More hole.
Should we
Hole.
like? Should we like harness each other together with a rope? So if it gets dark or if there's like some sort of effect, we stick together.
Most of us have dark vision. We can use a torch, and also if we decide to tether together in case one of us gets afraid, that's just gonna be annoying.
No, that's not a bad idea. That way everyone has the ability to pull someone.
That is true.
Because Ragnar could anchor when Cass tries to run again.
It's true.
Yeah, but then I
Or
can't
would at
get to
least
a
delay
safe shooting
people running
position.
if they're
That
gonna
being
try to
said-
unfasten the rope first.
Your
Yeah.
shooting position in this 10 by 3 feet hole.
I was
You
gonna
know,
say-
hallways tend to open up into bigger caves eventually.
Yeah, then you
We
can
want
untie when you get there.
rope.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if someone is actively afraid and they're being tied, they're gonna want to be free before even thinking about like just running.
Right, so it'll buy time for somebody to maybe force feed them a potion or cast a spell on them.
All right,
Do we?
it's up to you guys. You can tie, you cannot tie.
I mean, I'm ambivalent.
Let's just tie the rope.
All right.
I will use my rope.
Yeah,
Okay.
good because I can't. I used mine already.
Yours got eaten.
It did.
I'm just
It's-
removing it
it's
from
somewhere
my
in the
list.
tower, maybe.
Hopefully I'll remember to put it back on if for whatever reason we still have it.
Mm-hmm.
Tower slurped it up like a long spaghetti noodle.
Literally, freaking Lady and the Tramp. Lady and the Tramp,
Alright,
but I'm
now
the
we
tramp
head
and
down.
I'm very small.
We're all tied together. We don't need to make a check for that, right?
No.
Does anyone know not tying?
I mean, you and I both have good survival, right?
Yeah. It's to secure something is like a DC, I think, 10 survival. I'm assuming you guys got that.
Zephyrus is just gonna look very concerned as he looks
I
down
have
at
a
the
plus
rope tied
10.
around him.
So yeah.
He's gonna look up at the lizard and be like, "This can't go well."
Hey, Lizard has a plus 13 to survival. I could do it without even rolling.
Exactly.
That's not what I'm
have
talking
a plus
about.
5, I think.
If you get scared and start running,
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
good.
If you get scared and start running, then, or I should say, if somebody like Shedra gets scared and start running, we all go with her.
I don't know. I think like me and Lar and maybe Soul together could probably at least impede her.
As long as she's not transformed.
Yeah, then it becomes a little bit more lopsided.
All right. So you guys start your descent. I need another will save
Will
from
save.
all of you.
Oh,
Yeah,
those.
willpower.
You're gonna need to
DC
let
on
us
this is
know-
15.
You're gonna need to let us know when that 8 minutes is up.
Ruh-roh.
That
Woo!
I'm
Hero
gonna
point.
I'm gonna have to hero point because that's a 14.
Um,
I'm gonna have to hero point again. All right.
yeah, I'm hero pointing.
How many can you use?
It's
One,
my first
two,
nat 20
3.
in like 3 sessions.
3.
Same.
Yeah.
Hey, it only took my last try and 3 hero points that I've been saving up. But I guess it's a good thing I didn't end up buying the thing last session because then I wouldn't have had any hero points.
Hero point 2.
That's why
There
I
we
didn't buy
go.
anything either.
All right. For those of you that hit the natural 20, don't forget your hero point.
Yeah, I already put it in.
Already got it.
I did not. I just hit it normally.
Whew. All right. Who's in front?
Not it.
Good question.
I assumed one of the people with dark vision would be.
I'm it.
Okay. Great. Soul's in front.
Eh,
I mean,
y'all
that
are scout
makes sense,
anyway.
right?
I think I only have low light vision.
I
That
got
being
dark.
said, you know what? I've got a torch out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Okay, so it'll be you and then probably Shidro.
Yeah, and then Zephys,
Probably-
then you.
Well, I would think it would be Cass, Zephys, me.
I thought Cass was in front. Didn't he?
No,
I
you
thought
said you were in
because you're
front.
gonna wear you're gonna have the
You're-
torch. I thought that
I
meant you
thought
would
he
be in
said
front.
dibs. My bad. All right.
No.
I'm in
I
front.
can
Oh,
be
now.
good.
front, I
So-
can be in the middle, I
so-
can be in the back.
The
I
marching
feel like
order:
he would do best in the middle. That way,
Rugnir-
if for whatever reason.
Rugnir, Shidro, Zephys, Lar, and then Soul.
Oh yeah. Is this
Okay.
just is the material for this just like dirt?
Oh,
dirt
you-
rock.
As you like, don't you have like the ability to smell metal?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
not smell it. I do have like bonuses for that kind of stuff.
There's a heavy silver lining to this whole area.
Could have fooled me.
Obviously, it couldn't.
That was a joke. That was
All right. Anyway, one more again at 15.
Didn't get.
By the way, I
the
do
joke.
make that known.
At 15, what?
Willpower 15.
Gonna hero point that. That's better.
Are you serious?
I cannot be stopped.
Okay, made it on the dot. It is a fear effect, right?
It is a fear effect, yes.
All right.
Then yeah, I made it on the dot.
Hero point 1. There we go.
Man, the whole +2 is really helping me and Shidro out. I'm not being sarcastic. Genuinely, we are rolling like shit.
You guys really are. I feel
This makes me
bad.
glad I actually took an int boost. This could have been
What does
worse.
the int boost have to do with thing?
Yeah. What does int have to do with this?
No.
Wisdom is or will saves are a wisdom thing.
Either way.
Wait,
Okay.
what do you mean either way?
Anyway,
I'm suffering from pneumonia. What the fuck do you want from me?
sure.
Either
So,
way, congrats on also being less stupid on your level up.
Thank you.
I think the same could be said to you.
No,
Yeah, I
that's
know,
the one he
but
said
also-
also. Yeah. They
Oh, I
both
didn't
took
get the
points in.
also.
Yeah. They both took intelligence. It was great. I don't know what Michael was rolling there.
I think he didn't roll until now.
Oh, crazy.
Anyway, we're chilling.
Yeah. Roll me a perception check, Rugnir.
You got it. Didn't I? Yeah, I put some extra points in perception, I think.
Maybe I should have
many.
been in front.
Am I
Cool.
second in the walking order?
You are in fact second in the walking order.
Since
I
I
will
am
let
much
you
taller than
also
him, can I
roll
also look
perception.
over him?
Well, it's down, but sure. I'll let you roll perception. Cool.
Ooh.
Yeah. You notice as like you guys are crawling down, you notice that there's like this thin, sheer, like reflective line. Not like proper reflective, but like it doesn't look right.
Like a world, like a weird, like, what am I trying to
A shimmery
describe?
veil.
Like, you know how in some textures in video games there's like a seam?
The best way to describe it is imagine if someone took like film and just like stretched film over this hole.
That we're about to touch.
Yeah.
Well,
We are about to either enter or leave a magical effect.
I stick my hand through.
Cool beans. You put your hand, and I need you to roll me. What would this be?
One-headed dwarf.
This is just a straight strength check, buddy. Nice. Nice.
What are my rolls today? I'm sorry, Sugar Omar. I'm taking them all.
Yeah, you have your hand in there, and there's a hard jolt, but you manage to pull your arm back. There's like some sort of massive suction.
Okay, so whatever's doing that is trying to take shit in, which leads me to believe that we're going into a magical fucko land. Not the most elegant of terms, but we don't really have another way.
Can Zephys inspect it at all, or is he too far back?
I mean, is there enough room to bring him forward?
There's really not. At this particular point, the hole is down to 4 feet by 2 feet.
Oh. So Lara's struggling.
Do you mean me?
Well,
I'm
you
lanky.
are also pretty fucking tall. I meant Shidra.
I'm lanky.
I mean, I'm not shifted,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're still tall.
We're not walking, we're crawling.
Alright.
You're sliding down.
Anyway, is there a way for, I mean, I guess you could try detect magic. Zephys?
I'm on it.
You using detect magic, Michael?
Yeah.
Cool. You detect. You use detect magic, and you see this large radiation of light just bounce back up into your face
From everywhere or from the...
from below. Like he's like detect magic, and then in his face. As you do that, there's the film. You know when like water gets that ripple effect when like vibration happens?
So that is a glass of water and a T-Rex just stomped.
Yeah. You can't dodge, so I need you and Shidro to both roll strength checks.
Wait, us?
Yeah.
Because you're the closest.
Fuck.
Our anchors get pulled in.
Well, we were going in anyway. I'm...
Alright.
I think I'll take it.
You just... There's this almost opening of air, and you just get pulled in by a vacuum.
Just
Shidro, you feel the tug and you are pulled about 5 feet down just to above the hole, and you hear as the rope is being frayed and lit on fire.
Were we actually going in, or should I just start pulling the rope back out?
What other way is there? I mean, I have no say in this because I assume
So,
I can't like speak.
Are you attempting to pull the rope?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the dwarf back.
Pull on the rope. You roll me a strength.
Oh.
Pull on the rope and you're struggling, and then you hear, and you get your side of the rope. The tip has been burnt in.
Uh-oh. I have to make a new character.
Zephys, I assume that you've continued your detect magic.
Yes.
Excellent. I need another strength check this time from Shidro, and who's the third person in line?
I think.
Zephys? Okay.
Oh no!
No.
See, do I have a knife on me? Can I cut
Oh
this rope?
no.
What is with the 9 strength?
I think it was just Shidro, but
Perfect.
twice.
Shidro, you like holding rope, look up at Zephys as he's like looking at this thing, trying to like detect what it is, and then you feel it. The rocks that you planted your feet against give, and you go. Zephys, you follow suit. The 2 that are not immediately dragged in are Lar and
Soul.
I feel like the momentum alone would make it way more difficult.
Yeah, we are
Do I have-
all roped together.
Do I have the time to
Yes.
grab my dagger and cut the rope before we're yanked in?
You're not yanked in. You guys are pulled like you so now Lar is like face to face with this, and you are just right above Lar. If you want to try and cut your rope, you can.
I hate to break it to you, but how does the monocle of detect magic work? Is it just always on?
Do you have it equipped right now?
I always have it equipped.
Yes, it is
It's
on.
fashionable.
Oh, this is not going to be good. All right.
Well, I don't think you have time to cut the
your
rope.
your
the
thing.
mouth of a fucking
No.
vacuum.
Well,
I say
Cass,
we.
I want you to go ahead and you cut the rope, and then roll me a strength check.
Uh-oh.
Lar, roll me a strength check.
Right?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Perfect. Lar, you feel but your 3 arms, your 2 legs, you're just like, I can hold. Body slam on top of you, push you in. And that is where we're ending this session.
I mean, that's a good place to end it.
Well, I mean, it's a good place for 1 of 2 reasons. Either 1, it's a good cliffhanger, or 2, it's a good time for all of us to go roll up.
No, it's time for Cass to dip. That's why.
Yeah, I need to finish getting ready for work.
Well, yeah, but also should we?
No. You guys are alive.
Okay.
Notice he said alive, not okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
boy.
we've dealt with worse.
Have
Well,
we?
We don't
what
know
we're
that.
dealing with, but-
We don't know that.
Have
I
you
can't
forgotten who
wait.
the DM
I
is?
can't wait.
This is gonna be fun.
Next week, look, I was looking forward to doing this the first time you guys decided to poke your head into the tower, and then you guys were like, we got other stuff to do. I'm like,
I'm not putting the rope back on because at this point it's in like 5 segments at least, and part of it's burned. So
The dwarf is no longer allowed to touch rope. Every time he does, it gets destroyed.